We were a Kurt Hawkins away for a full Edgehead reunion, guys. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling.
Who the hell's that guy in the thumbnail?
That's Shibata, the greatest wrestler of all time.
Jesus Christ.
That guy.
I mean, at least he just looks like your average Japanese dude in the street, but at least he doesn't look like a meth head compared to the three guys next to him, but whatever.
Yep, Edge looking extremely like a meth head, while the other two have always looked like meth
Never mind
heads.
the Edgeheads, it's the fucking meth heads.
Yeah, but anyway, Edge...
Or the meth edges, or the edge meths, I don't know.
The Cope Open-A's, or whatever, man. It's the
Cope open, I think the drug cabinet's been left open there for God's sake, son, what you doing? Happy Easter, guys, Fog Wrestling, anyway. We are back, AEW Collision. Is it going to be a cool show though? Is it going to be a good show? Let's find out. Edge comes out, he looks at the crowd. I wish every week we could be here. Is that because for once I've actually got like a couple of thousand people in the arena? Edge is probably sick of looking at empty seats. I would imagine Collision's done a decent ticket sale considering they've been hyping up Edge for like weeks and weeks, and it is in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, we won't know till a wee later date, but...
Well, we should know the attendances right now, but honestly, man, if this show's done a shiter and Edge has been promoted for a few weeks now, and the fact he was going to defend his TNT Championship at the Cope Open, that's a bit poor.
From Edge or both? The company and Edge?
I'd say, well, maybe even the fans as well.
I'm sorry to burst people's bubbles, right? But Adam Copeland just ain't a draw.
No, he's not a draw, and I've always said this, and I've said that he's not he doesn't draw anywhere near the level that CM Punk does, and people go, oh, I talk about Edge's way, but I'm not denying that. See if you think Edge is a better wrestler, and he's had a better, yeah, even if you think Edge is a better promo guy than CM Punk, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you. But and just in terms of a draw, it's just, Edge just isn't really one of those guys that is, as much as I like him, he's just not really a draw, and he went to AEW and he just did not move the needle.
Nope. But the meth heads certainly did move the needle, but we had...
They like their needles, buddy.
They like their needles. We'll inject this into your veins because it's Zack Ryder.
Oh, radio.
Right, the match
Tell me where the fans go.
The match is alright.
I see no fans in the stadium.
It's no stadium, it's a small arena.
Anyway, enough of the singing pish. Aye, decent match. Probably best thing on the show.
Yep, kicked off... I mean, I was going to say strong. It was as strong as the strong boy, fucking...
Well, I don't
What's
get
his name?
Mark Tyler Bate.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Cardona comes out and they're trying to tell us he's this huge star, king of the indies, the king of hardcore wrestling, king of death matches, and he comes out and he just loses to Adam Copeland. Then he blends into the background, and while he's selling the defeat on the outside, we get a bunch of fucking bums coming into the ring. You've got Malachi Black, you've got Buddy Murphy, you've got the biggest looking meth head of them all, Mark Briscoe or Jay Britt. I don't know, what is this? Is it Mark?
It's Mark.
Mark Briscoe.
Well, it can't be Jay, can it?
Well, no, but I didn't know who was who. Rest in peace, Jay. Mark Briscoe comes out, and then Eddie Kingston. Like, it's weird. Mark Briscoe was the first one to come out and make the save, and he didn't get one offensive move in. He just got treated like a jobber. The jobber that he is. So he comes down and gets battered. I mean, not even one offensive move. As soon as he got in the ring, he was getting fucking battered. It was funny. And then Eddie Kingston comes down with his fat gut, and by the time he got in the ring, the other two bottled it. Where was the cop killer, Brody King, tonight? Didn't see him? Anyway, point is, Matt Cardona is supposed to be this like big star, and he's just laying out outside the ring, selling, while all these other bums are in the ring. It's like, why didn't they have this go to a no DQ or a no contest? And then Mark Cardona was like, right, Edge, well, here, tonight we did it your way. At AEW Dynasty, why don't we do it my way? You know, death match or whatnot. Boom. TNT title.
Just looks incredibly weak, Cardona, considering he's a god. But
yeah, it comes out, loses, and then we see a bunch of guys.
Was Kurt Hawkins hiding in Eddie Kingston's belly?
Fuck, I don't know. If he was, we could have got maybe some sort of freeway tag team match.
No, we could have, but here it is what it is. But I just don't like Briscoe or Kingston. They're two meth heads, as we said before.
Well, it's funny.
Reach for the sky, boys.
For Thursday night, Cardona was on Impact. Saturday night, he was on Collision. Any chance Monday nights he'll be on Raw?
Hopefully not.
I'll tell you, I certainly tell you where he will not be next Saturday and Sunday though.
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
baby. They go backstage and they're like screaming at the camera, licking it. Mark Briscoe's looking methed out as per usual, and Edge looks ill these days. He has. I think ever since he lost the long hair, he's looked like a fucking meth addict.
No, I thought he looked weird when he first came back. I don't know what was wrong with him.
Yeah, he's like skinnier in the face.
Aye, it's like...
Maybe it's just getting old. Maybe that's
No, I don't... No, that doesn't really happen, man.
Nah, The Rock looks weirder in the face now.
Well, maybe...
But no, he doesn't look like Edge bad. But I mean, you can tell that The Rock's aged.
Aye, but fuck, The Rock still looks alright.
No, he doesn't.
The
Looks
Rock,
like a million.
if The Rock walked into this living room right now, I'd put money on him battering both of us. Like, see if Edge walked in, I'd be like, here, do you need a fucking walking stick or something?
You want a stick?
Want a glass of milk?
The only stick he's going to get's the fucking the biggest needle in the world for Mark Briscoe.
I don't know, man. Edge just doesn't look right.
He doesn't. Anyway, right. Tony welcomes the acclaim.
But but I think Christian Cage looks alright.
Well, he never did look good.
Well, yeah, he's always looked like a wee skinny bastard. But my point is, I think Christian Cage looks alright. He just looks older. I don't think Edge looks like Edge anymore.
Looks like Adam Copeland.
Like CM Punk is aged a lot, but I think he still looks like CM Punk.
I don't think he's aged Punk. I think
See, Austin looks old, but he still looks like Austin.
Aye.
But see, Edge...
Shawn Michaels.
I'm just a sexy boy.
Sean Hickenbottom. Right, anyway.
Hickenbottom Sean is in the impact zone.
Daddy Ass and the acclaim talk about Jay White and how he looks like Charles Manson, and he calls them bitches, and it's like, can a gay guy really throw out that term? Analogy?
I don't know, like, it doesn't really work for me. We've got Daddy Ass.
No, but if Jay White comes out right,
Max Caster and Soras.
But say Jay White comes out right and goes, "Who you calling a bitch? You take her up the ass." What's his response?
What do you mean? What's his response? That's Jay White's career fucked.
All right, we'll take.
That is no. You can't say that. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to say that. I'm saying you can't. He would. The calls for Jay. I mean, he might be saved by the fact that people think he's a good wrestler, but like, I think the outrage would be unreal. People would be demanding that Tony Khan sacked him. But see if you're not a good wrestler, see if you're someone that the internet fans don't like, and you come out and say that, holy, it'd be like a death sentence.
So you don't think it's a death sentence then? It's good thing he didn't say it.
No, it probably is still a death sentence, but I think because... What's his name again?
Jay White.
Aye, Jay White. I think it's because he's a big fan favourite that I think he could possibly be forgiven for saying something like that. So, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But here, what's worse? Him saying, you take up the ass, how can you call anyone a bitch? Or Sammy Guevara saying he wanted to rape Sasha Banks.
I'll tell you, no, of course the latter's worse.
But I tell you what, I mean, people seem to have forgiven Sammy Guevara.
Because he's a good wrestler, buddy.
I guarantee if somebody made something that they deem as a homophobic joke or whatever, or a homophobic slur, they wouldn't be forgiving that.
Yeah, it's funny. Roman Reigns can't say cross-dresser.
Well, Sammy... no, but look at the shit Roman Reigns got, and I mean, he didn't even mean anything bad by that.
No, of course he didn't.
So you're saying what would happen if someone came out and says to your guy here, the gay one, how can you call me a bitch when you take it up the ass? That's a fucking...
Who is that? Go fucking see who that is.
He's changed his name.
Fucking it's him too.
Liverpool.
Right. Oh my god. I better be last ring. Right. We move on though to a tag team tournament. FTR taking on the Infantry. And again, we've got like a 20-minute match here. Aye, the Infantry.
I thought this was those two black guys.
See the Imps? That's who it is, isn't it?
But they're not called the Infantry. They're called like Red Arrow or something. Or
right, well this is the Infantry,
Private
right?
Party or some shit like
but see the Infantry. That's like, you know...
So I know the guys that you send in first to get slaughtered?
No, the Infantry's like...
In wars?
Guns and big...
Nah, it's in Braveheart, I'm pretty sure. It was like the Infantry were like...
Right, well...
The expendable guys at front line.
Well, why are they going 20 minutes with the best tag team in the world?
Well, because if AEW don't do a 20-minute match, then everyone's just going to assume it's garbage. But see, it just doesn't work. See, if you're the best tag team and you're taking on a jobber tag team, there is no way they should be going this length of time with you, unless maybe it's a 2-on-1 handicap match because your partner's dead, or both of them are carrying injuries or some shit, or there's a stipulation, or there's something. But it just wouldn't happen. Like, see, back in '98, I know they weren't really doing 20-minute matches unless it was like maybe main event at a pay-per-view, right? And that's fair enough because it shouldn't be. But let's say they said to Austin, tonight you're going to go one-on-one with Midian. I mean, would that not just kill Austin and his momentum and his reputation as the baddest man? The SOB, the rattlesnake, and the guy's taking an ass whip off Midian for 16 minutes before he gets to fire in a comeback.
Of course it would.
So I just don't get it. Like, if you're one of the best teams or one of the best guys on the roster and you're taking on a nobody.
The Dudleys didn't go 20 minutes with High and Tie.
No. Nobody went 20 minutes with High and Tie.
No. Triple H almost did with Takamichi Nuku.
That was an alright match, to be fair.
Anyway, talking of not alright matches, we've got Kyle O'Reilly against JD, Fat Boy, Flabby Tits, looking old, grey hair.
No, you say 20 minutes. That was actually a good match, but I bet if you watched that back in time, that it was short. Just there was no fucking boring.
What, Triple H?
Aye.
I was joking. I know he didn't.
Yeah, I know, but that still felt like a really good match. But it wasn't overly long. But I mean, it felt long, but it was good. If you know what I mean.
I got the APA in his corner, didn't he?
Aye, but I guarantee you that if you actually timed that, I mean, it's no more than like 7 minutes. But
fair enough. Right, we've got Kyle O'Reilly against JD today. Kyle O'Reilly wins. Undisputed Kingdom come down and celebrate with him.
How does someone like JD Drake get on TV?
So no, he must threaten to eat them or something.
No, I thought it was. I actually thought it was that Conrad Thompson bastard.
He looks a bit like him.
And by the way, he's the reason I can no longer watch wrestling podcasts. He's on every single fucking one, apart from Jericho's. But Jericho's always got shite guests on his, so it's like...
Jericho's off the boil recently.
He's still got his same intro. Talk is Jericho, baby. Talk is me. Alright, welcome back, guys. The talk is Jericho, yeah. I'm from Canada. Canada, eh? Fuck, I've just lost my Canadian accent, fuck.
Is that what he does? The same stick after all these years? Eh? What's that all about? Eh?
What's that all about?
Anyway, up next, Big Billy, Ricky Starks taking on Top Flight. Top Flight's looking extremely flabby these days.
Top Flight? Wait, that's the other. Maybe that's what I thought was on the earlier match. Top Flight.
You said Red Arrow.
No, I said Private Party, I think.
You said Red Arrow.
Well, maybe
there's too many fucking jobber tag team across the country. Why do you say it about WWE? No, they're shite.
No, hold on. I do say I complained that all we got on SmackDown was shite jobber tag teams and shite jobber factions.
All the sad wee marks that comment in this vid that like AEW will be saying, you don't say about WWE.
No, there is. See, in wrestling, there's way too many fucking shit factions.
It's an excuse to get people to do something.
And there's way... And I know AEW's always done it right, but WWE... Like, see, up until a few years ago, WWE just seemed to do away with factions. And it's like we were crying out for factions, weren't we? I mean, I remember that was one thing people were always seemed to be in agreement about. There's no factions. We want factions. But the problem is, we want good factions. We want your Evolutions and your DXs and your NWOs and your corporations. We want those guys. Fuck, even give us like a legacy or something like that, you know? I mean, something... half decent or a nexus.
Straight Edge Society with someone at the helm that's good.
Straight Edge Society. I'll tell you what, see if you've got one great Main Event Mafia, the Aces and Eights. See,
Immortal. What's the other one?
I don't know.
No, there's another group. Fortune.
But see if you've
could tell you a difference, like.
But you don't even need a bunch of great guys in a faction, man. See, as long as you've got one. See, as long as you've got one standout fucking player. Aces and Eights was great, and it was full of fucking bums.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You don't need. It doesn't need to be like 10 champions like the Main Event Mafia. But you need just one good guy. But these factions that we've got lately, man, they're all. I just don't. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Honestly, who cares? All these 6-man tag matches in AEW, it's all fucking bums and jobbers and just an excuse. We've got an overinflated roster, so how can I get everybody on this roster on the show so that the millions that I'm paying them's not going down the drain? Well, it's going down the drain anyway, but you know what I mean? He's trying to get at least $1 worth, I guess. So he's trying to get everybody on the show. Same with WWE, LWO versus Legado del Fantasma. You take Ray out of there and Carlito, and it's just a bunch of fucking Mexicans that fly and do flip-flops and super kicks. I mean, fuck that. I don't give a shit, man. Right? It's garbage. You look at the Final Testament. who gives a fucking shite?
What's the Final Testament?
Karrion Kross and Akam and Razar.
Right.
I mean, if it wasn't the fact that Scarlett's a wee bit hot, man, they would care. And then you've got Bobby Lashley. Guy was a killer a few years ago, world champion, destroying people. Went toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar and he was an actual even match. Went toe-to-toe with Goldberg, even match. Went to WrestleMania, took care of Drew McIntyre. Fucking the guy now stuck in a mid-card sandwich. Oh, you've got your guys, so I need to get my guys. Oh, you've got Scarlett, so I need to get this black woman BFAT. I mean, what? Why is it? Oh, you've got a mid-card guy. I've got a mid-card guy. You've got a tag team. I've got a tag team. You've got a woman. I've got a woman. Like, see Legado del Fantasma, they had to add Thingy back into the faction just because Selena Vega's in the LWO. Yeah. Bobby Lashley had to get B-Fab just because fucking Scarlett's in the other one. You look at the Good Brothers, the club, on Raw for months. Oh, how are we going to solve the Rhea Ripley? No, I mean, fucking months sitting there contemplating how they're going to deal with a woman. And how do they do it? Oh, Michin in the end. Fuck me. Is that the world's, like, see The Rock? See when he was trying to win the belt at Triple H and Stephanie kept getting involved? Did Triple H sit there backstage with his head in his hands, bitching? How am I going to deal with the Stephanie McMahon problem? He fucking laid the smackdown on her, but now he'd probably go out and find, I don't know, fucking Mick Foley's teacher or something. Hey, Barry, you want to come and take care of Stephanie because I'm not allowed to? No, he just fucking rock bottom, boom,
right,
done, finished.
Rant aside, Ricky Starks.
Well, wrestling's pish.
Right, Ricky Starks broke his neck.
He's pish as... Oh, really?
No, I don't know. He hurt his head, concussed, broken neck, fractured bone, whatever. The AEW fans were booing him because he couldn't kick out of the move. That just shows you how fucking marky they are. Yeah, the guy's seriously hurt.
Nah, well, you know what?
He couldn't kick out of a move and they're booing him.
I hope Ricky Starks gets well soon. Like, I didn't actually realise the injury was that serious.
Well, I don't know if it's a broken neck, but it didn't look good.
I did notice when they were doing like the sunset flip roll up, the member of Top Flight kind of pushed himself off at like 2 7/8, and Ricky Starks like stayed in that position for like an awkward 4 or 5 seconds, and it did look awkward. He like stayed in the pinning position, so that I seen you look at it like that was pretty strange. And then I guess Ricky Stark's the one that called an audible.
Yep.
But I mean, if I
but what about the actual fans booing it because the guy's seriously hurt?
Nah, well the fans fucking suck. But honestly, if I was Ricky Starks, I don't know if I'd have called an audible. My audible probably would have been, Bill, get in here, double choke slam, 1, 2, 3. Because I would not be letting Top Flight go over me. No. Now, I know Ricky Starks' health is the main thing here, but and Big Bill's probably sitting on the outside, pissed, legitimately pissed, thinking, why the fuck have I just lost to Top Flight?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if it was me and I was Ricky Starks, I'd have said, hey Billy, get in here, double choke slam, 1, 2, 3, let's go home.
Yeah, but maybe he was too fucked to even do that.
So he could call it...
Well, maybe he didn't call the audible. Maybe it was Big Bill.
But for the outside,
King Billy or something. Aye, King Billy on Easter Saturday.
Big Bill was on the outside. Maybe
it was a ref. I don't know. No, the way.
Imagine it was Top Flight.
No, the way Tony Schiavone gets those Tony Khan announcements and he gives them straight away. Maybe that happened. I think Tony Khan's...
Hold on. Ricky Stark is the one that's injured. If anyone's going to be calling the audible, it's him.
Right, fair enough, but we don't know.
Hold on, do you think Ricky Starks turned and said, I feel something in my neck here? And Top Flight's went, that's too bad, we'll just beat you instead?
No.
Fuck no. Ricky Starks is probably known that, here, I can feel something wrong and I don't think I'm going to be able to wrestle in the next match of this competition, therefore, you guys can go over.
I mean, the fact he couldn't get his shoulders up tells me it's either a concussion or something to do with his neck.
I tell you what, though, I think it's smart and it shows, like, it does show like some level of professionalism and experience that he was able to call this on the fly, and I mean that's
he turned into Rocky Balboa.
But at the same time, it's like, fuck me, if it's really that bad, then he shouldn't have took another move.
No,
he could have called an audible and had Big Bill lose.
Yeah, maybe he did call an audible, and then that guy got off of him for the first pin without realising, like, oh fuck.
I know, but I'm just saying, if it's really serious, then why did he go and take another manoeuvre?
No idea, folks, alright, but hopefully he's alright, but it's AEW, man, I don't even know where he got injured, though. He looked alright, and then that pin he just couldn't get up for him, so we'll have to wait and see. Christopher Daniels comes out and says, I want Malachi Black for Rampage. So, oh yeah, buddy.
What? Don't remember seeing this.
I was in the back, guy. The higher park came out.
Christopher Daniels belongs on Rampage. If I've ever seen a Rampage guy, he's it.
Fair enough. Thunder Rosa defeats Lady Frost. I mean, how is Wrestle Headlines giving this a 3-star match?
Let's just move on.
Yeah, alright, let's move on. Tony Storm is in the back with Luther, Mariah May and Renee. They're talking about how they're going to wrestle for number 1 contendership because Thunder Rosa's taking on Mariah May. Thoughts on that?
Aye, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Calls her a magnificent bastard. Anyway, guys, time for your
Wee bit
main...
of lesbian action here.
Yep. Chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe, and watch for the shit, because it's the main event, and we have got Shibita. This guy who's 45, never amounted to fuck all, and he's getting main events every week.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Shibita, am I supposed to care here? It's just another Japanese guy. I guarantee you that probably, I don't know if this guy's even signed or what. I don't even know what
He
the
is.
deal is.
Apparently this match went 30 minutes.
Well, we watched it, like.
Yeah, we watched the clip.
No, we didn't.
I know. I pictured it as a clip. You know what I mean? I watched the full shebang, damn it.
I always, since you watched the full shebang, fucking explain the match.
It's fucking shite. There's the match. No, I hate. No, see Cesaro. They made a big deal out of him right appearing in Mexico, and it was like, oh, this. No, they were like MCLA refused to sign him in 2009. Now he's out healing it up. You want to see a heel turn? Fuck off, Cesaro. I mean, no.
The only thing Cesaro's got going for, well, two things. He's freakishly strong, and he's got that Jason Statham look. But I mean, that's two good things, I guess. But other than that, who gives a fuck?
At least in the past, right? Like Taker and Austin, two examples where in WCW they were thought as of jobbers, went WWE. At least that's WCW. Cesaro was thought of a fucking burrito hot dog fan of an arena. You know what I mean?
There you have an arena.
No, but come on.
Feels like a bouncy castle with ropes or something.
If you can't make it in a Mexican promotion I've never heard of, then where are you making it?
Oh, fuck me. You know what's mental? That TNA Impact game back in the day, career mode had better storylines than what we get.
Yep. Daniel
Remember
Bryan.
he wrestled in a barn?
I remember.
Look at that, that's good
Daniel
stuff.
Bryan's getting battered, and then the commentator said that he said he's the weakest link in the match. It's like, have you seen the other 5 people in this match?
I think that's Nigel McGuinness healing it up.
I know. Then what's he said? No,
Him and Daniel Bryan not supposed to have a long-term rivalry?
something like. Are they?
I think so.
He's fucking ever since he ruined Ric Flair's way off, man. He's fucking.
Oh, aye, because he was great before that, like.
No, but that's something you can't get a return from
That's true. Like.
unless you dig up Ben Wall and wheel him out next week.
True.
But yeah, I mean, the Combat Club win. Lance Archer and the Righteous. How the fuck's this a main event?
Where is Jay Lethal? And Jeff Jarrett?
Is that your biggest concern about this show? Jay Lethal?
Well, I mean, Flair says he can't go, right? And that is fine. Is it not time to revisit that TNA shit and have Flair be Jay Lethal's manager?
Yeah.
And have Jay Lethal impersonate the Nature Boy?
Why not?
Why not? I'm fucking telling you why. No, actually, why not? What
know.
have they got to lose? Or
What have you got to lose?
See what they're doing with Jay Lethal? Is it better than the Jay Lethal Flair stuff with TNA?
No.
Well then, so why can't they go back?
Of course it's not.
Why can't they go back to that? Give it a try. Give it a go.
It's a go for Joe.
What have you got to lose?
Yeah, but I mean that's your end in the collision, not a fucking throwaway 6-man tag with no story.
But you know what? If we're being completely honest here and not hating on AEW, was this any worse than SmackDown?
Oh no? Okay, that's not a high bar.
Well, I know, but I mean, AEW certainly can't beat SmackDown in the ratings, but maybe they can beat SmackDown in our ratings.
But what I would say is,
show.
I would say the Edge thing.
It was better than anything that happened on SmackDown.
Yeah. But I'm not going to pretend this is getting anything above a 1, so I'll get a 1.
What about
I actually think a 1 for SmackDown was too high.
What about the Tony Storm promo and not like that? I see it.
I know, but the Edge thing is ruined by the meth heads coming out.
True.
And like you said, Mark Cardona got buried, so it's like half a point.
What else did we get in this show? Anything? I'm trying to see. Can I give it 2 out of 10?
No. If you can't, I mean, no.
I'm trying to give it a 2 out of 10. I want it to beat SmackDown, like.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. I think SmackDown was warrantful of a 0. And you gave it a 1. and I just went along with it.
This show wasn't
Like John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon.
This show wasn't great. It wasn't like main event was pants. Main event was fucking dog meat. Yeah, it's a 1 out of 10. I'm sorry. I was debating it there, but
Yeah, 1 out of 10 for me. Wrestle Headlines didn't rate the show, but they gave the main event 3 3/4 stars. So smoke that one in your pipe, folks. But we'll be back. What for? Raw.
right, Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. Look at those two.
Before then, we'll probably have like a ratings breakdown of both SmackDown and Collision. So
Looking forward to that.
stay tuned for that, and we'll see who the draws are.
Special start time next week.
I'm also interested to see what the number did. AEW Collision starting off with Edge. We'll see if Edge and Mark Cardona did anything special. Because like I said, this Edge has been they've hyped up Edge a lot the past couple of weeks. They were making it a big deal that Edge was going to be on Collision tonight, defending the TNT belt. So I am intrigued to see attendance wise what it did. So yeah, and obviously ratings. We'll see what happens. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.